Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Got Special Training as a Child. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was a seal master with the Sasuke Byakugan, and enjoy that guys. And also if you're new, yes, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3. And I post what if on these every single day, so 3 what ifs a day for you guys to enjoy. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead and check them out and yeah, enjoy. And don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you can see exactly when I post guys. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say we leap on into this new episode. Begin the intro. So the last time we left off with the money that they received after completing the mission, Kakashi used as a bribe as he paid each and every one of them, as it was for them to not go spouting about that they did this mission after all. For him to take them on a C-rank mission like this, of this caliber, it wouldn't look too good. After all, they just exited the academy. As he was trying to keep things quiet because none of them died and things went rather well. So with that, he gave them the time off, as he made his way towards the Hokage's tower, as Harrison was quite aware of the facts, so he told him everything. However, he told him about the ruins of the Uzumaki, and that got Harrison on edge, as he asked Kakashi in details what exactly happened. He didn't want Naruto anywhere near there. As he told the man what happened, he then ordered Kakashi to gather a team of envoys, as they were gonna demolish the place. As Kakashi understood as he nodded, meanwhile, as the fox was trying to make Naruto realize that training in the vicinity of anyone wouldn't be so good for him, so he had to find a place to train. But first know that he had some money, get some good clothes, other than that horrific jumpsuit. As Naruto decided to indeed go for a bit of shopping spree, and bought some rather cool outfits. As he was making his way to go to the Forest of Death, he ran into Ino. He was being a bit dismissive with her, and it piqued her interest in him. The more he annoyed her, the more she seemed to get interested in him. Until Naruto found a location, however, it turns out that this location was close to Sakura's house, as she dragged him off to lunch. So they finally had that lunch that she wanted. The more time passed, the more interest she got in Naruto. As they met up with Kakashi, he told him about his mission. He didn't really go in details or anything, however, he told him that he would be gone for the 2 weeks, and they would have to train on their own, but he was confident they would do that, as the other Jonin senseis are training their kids for their coming Chunin exams, so that is something for them to look forward to. As they all agreed, as they nodded. Once that was done, Naruto quickly leave, as he had somewhere else to be. It was then that Sasuke attacked Sakura, as she was rather angry, as her and Naruto were getting rather close. It was then that Sakura made some comment causing her to get angry, but she decided to leave, however, furious as she decided to focus on her training, pushing herself even harder than before, as she saw the basics of Kakashi Shidori with her Sharingan. She was working on it. As for Naruto, as he started practice in his bloodline, as he had to mold the techniques together, which was harder than he thought. However, with the help of clones, he was getting there, and he was getting there well. We then skipped to a few days later as the team finally arrived. As the envoys, one of them was none other than Anko, as she spoke to Kakashi. It turns out that the Uzumakis were, well, in the last moments they were not in favor with Konoha, and Mito Uzumaki threatened to destroy the village by releasing 9 tails. However, it was taken and sealed inside of Kushina, who was taken to Konoha, as the Uzumakis had some bad blood between them and the village, and Hiruzen gave the order to have them eradicated. If Naruto found out about this would be incredibly bad. That is why he was never to know this ever. So they did their job as they cleaned up the places they found Zabuza journal. However, they were unaware that Naruto knew a lot more than he should know, which was really bad, as Hiruzen had made it clear that Naruto should not know anything about this, as there was still more that he was hiding. None of the younger generation, Kakashi and the other ones, did not know the reason why Mito went mad. However, Hiruzen, being up there in his age, probably had a reason to keep this away from them, because he definitely knew why, as he's been rather secretive about the Uzumakis and their involvement with the village. Something went horribly wrong and he couldn't just tell everyone what was going on. And Naruto being one of the last Uzumakis in the village, that would be bad for the village, especially with what he contains, as the Kyuubi was already used against Konoha to try and destroy it, and they wouldn't like a second coming, no, third to be exact. So yeah guys, so basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the place of yourself, and what do you say we leap on into this new episode, guys? Sasuke training had been developing nicely. She had been working hard at her lightning manipulation, and it was going well, although she still had a way to go. For the past 4 days, her mind has been solely focused on one thing, and that was training, nothing else. She hadn't even left the Uchiha compound during this time. She panted heavily as she collapsed to the ground. She added more to her resistance trained yesterday. It made everything for her just more exhausting. Nevertheless, she kept on doing it because she was not satisfied with her current speed. She rolled onto her back as she stared at the sky, as she panted heavily, as she noticed a heart-shaped cloud floating over her head. This caused her to get angry as she jumped back to her feet. She sighed as she shook her head. There must be somewhere I can become stronger. Wait, didn't father has a list of Uchiha specialty jutsus on it? I need to go find that. As she made her way inside the house and into her parents' room, she rarely went in there since the massacre. The image of Itachi standing over her dead parents never went away. As she timidly walked in the room and looked around, she felt her stomach turn. Even though the place was clean, she could still see the blood stains. They never went away for her eyes. As she spotted her father's personal decks, as she approached it, she saw a scroll sitting on top. As she picked up the scroll and opened it, this is definitely what I'm looking for. Meanwhile, Team 10 was at their training ground waiting for Asuma to arrive. Shikamaru yawned as he looked up to the heavens. Another boring and pointless day. Choji was eating a bag of chips, nodded. I am bored of these direct missions. Ino sighed. She looked at the two of them. Guys, the Chunin exams are coming up, and you're not even doing anything. Stop being so troublesome, Ino, said Shikamaru as he looked up at the cloudy sky. The blonde got annoyed. You two are so damn lazy, even Naruto makes you look bad. This caused him to eye the girl curiously, as Shikamaru got up. He is so troublesome. Why does Asuma Sensei always compare us to him? Choji asked, a bit confused. Maybe he's trying to insult us or something for being lazy, said Shikamaru. Well, that's not it. As they turned to see Asuma, I compare you three to him because Naruto is one of the best genins within Konoha. You could learn a lot if you had his spirit. This caused all members of Team 10 to perk up, with confused looks on their faces. Shikamaru shook his head and sighed. Do you even know how much of an idiot he is, Asuma Sensei? The Jonin laughed in response. Believe what you want, kids, but you will be in a hell of a surprise when you see him at the Chunin exams. How do you even know Naruto Ino acts? No need to concern yourself with that, Asuma said. Do you really believe that Naruto is the best genin within Konoha? I mean, he's a nice guy and all, but really? Said Shikamaru. Maybe you should get to know him. He's a lot different than he lets on. Yeah, you're right about that, Ino said, as he looked towards her. I ran into him the other day and he's so different. So what are we gonna do today, Shikamaru said, changing the subject. Train for the upcoming Chunin exams, what else? Said Asuma with a laugh. Troublesome, said Shikamaru. I'll show you, troublesome, Asuma said. This time his laugh was a bit more darker than before, as they looked rather concerned. Meanwhile, Kakashi Anbu squad finally demolished the Uzumaki compound after 3 long days of salvaging and transporting every last piece of evidence. At first they were happy about finishing early, however. They found a map that showed 2 additional bunkers. Currently they were halfway through the first bunker, and they were dumping a majority of the building off the cliffside. As this was going on, Kakashi read the first entry in Zabuza journal that he found 3 days ago. I decided to start to write down my thoughts in this stupid journal. Life really sucks right now. Me and my henchmen were unable to kill Yagra, and we had to flee the village. Not really what I was expecting, but what can I do now? It's that stupid bitch May's fault. I would have killed Yager if she did not show up. There's just no way I could stand a chance against lava and that shit. I mean, where the hell does someone even learn how to do that? I guess it has to be some sort of bloodline. But I have absolutely no idea what clan can do that. I've never even heard of a Tarumi clan. I'm guessing that's not even a real last name. It doesn't matter name though. I just wanted to kill that stupid red-headed bitch. At any rate, Kira is a lost cause now. And so is my hope for becoming Mizukage. Whatever, I don't need some stupid comrades or a stupid village to hold me back. Now there's a question of what the hell am I gonna do? I have given it a fair amount of thought, and I suppose I'll just start traveling and hope for the best. I'm a missing link now in a former swordsman, so a lot of people be after me. I suppose I may go to a land of snow or someplace similar. A lot of people be after me now. I have to be laying low for a while. As that was the end of the first entry. Kakashi was curious on this Mei woman. Lava is a Uzumaki bloodline trait, and I'm pretty sure most people of that clan has red hair. This woman must be a Uzumaki. But I wonder though, why would she be in Kiri? Kakashi thought. Time skip. Naruto training was exhausting to say the least. Training with the amount of clones that he was using, it really took a lot out of him. Thankfully though, it paid off. In the past week he successfully managed to perform his new jutsus. Even though they still need work, he had performed the essential basics. He barely slept during his time in the Forest of Death. The location that he was at was heavily covered by trees, making it extremely dark. Of course, the glowing flash of an army of clones practicing their jutsus managed to light the clearing up. Not far from his clearing was a small crystal lake with clear water. Not to mention it also contained rather large fish, which he has been feasting on for the past few days. But as much as he enjoys outdoor cooking, he was sick of eating fish for the past 7 days straight. Sadly, he knew he would have to do so for another 7 days, as the next week was going to be brutal, eating wise. As he pulled the fish off the skewer, he ate the fish as he watched his clones train. He made it a point to mass dispel them every hour or so he would not end up in a coma of the overrush of knowledge. He mass dispelled at least 10 at a time. This made him extremely tired, however, his unstoppable stamina proved to prevail. As he finished his fish, he got to his feet. As he held out his hand and started to channel a large Rasengan. It took a bit of concentration, but he was able to bolster the size of it considerably. It was decent progress, but not barely enough. He wanted his Rasengan to have more of a flair to it. I wish Jiraiya-sensei was in the village. He said it was possible to use elemental chakra in the Rasengan, but I have no clue how that would work. The blonde started to sweat as he started to channel a Rasengan in his other hand. It took insane concentration, but after a few moments he was able to create another ball of chakra. You need to focus on your bloodlines now. Your Rasengan is already efficient for the time being. The Kyuubi interruption caused him to lose his focus as the Rasengan in his right hand dissipate. Damn it, Kyuubi, you messed me up. It's for your own good. You need to learn how to deal with distractions like that in a real fight. Yeah, because you're the greatest teacher of all time, said Naruto in a sarcastic tone, as Naruto sat down as he pulled the scroll. Well, I guess I should try the first one unless. Lava release. Melting apparition technique. As he got to his feet and went through the appropriate hand signs, however, the thing backfired. It caused an explosion that blasted him right through a tree. His clones got this spell on impact, as Naruto live here in the broken tree. Well, talk about your royal backfire. You stupid idiot. You combined wind chakra with that technique, not earth. Do it again and try not to blow yourself up this time. Naruto sighs. He went through the hand signs again. This time he was able to successfully combine fire and earth in the lava. However, there was a problem. He spat lava from his mouth, however, it solidified the moment it left his mouth. He coughed as he started to clear his throat from the hardened lava. Damn it, what the hell am I doing wrong? It is important to keep both elements balanced at all time until you launch your attack. If you use too much earth, then that shit will happen. But if you use too much fire, you would end up melting your own face off. This sucks. I didn't think it was going to be this difficult. Cry me a river. Complaining is not going to make you much better. Naruto sighed deeply. I guess you're right, he said. I am always right, said Kurama. Naruto brought his hand together. Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, he said. The next 3 days were uneventful for most in Konoha. However, there was a few exceptions, like Sasuke. She had been hard at work practicing Uchiha, clan special fire jutsus. They weren't too difficult for her given her affinity with fire and natural fire jutsu talent. She stood in the Uchiha training ground as she was facing a large wall. This wall was completely charred and covered in burns. Her Sharingan was activated as she went through hand sign. Fire Dragon Flame Blast! A fire blast shot from her mouth as it shaped like a dragon and incinerated the wall. Wasting no time, she leapt back as she performed another jutsu. Balsam Spread Fire! A fury of fireballs launched as she devastated the remains of the wall. After the fire subsided, she took a deep, calming breath. She had become slightly frustrated with lightning as she was working on her fire attacks lately. Granted, she spent about half the day on her lightning jutsus, but still, her mastery over fire was incredible. As she sat against the wall and took a break, for the first time today. 10 straight days of training, but I'm still not good enough. I got the hang of every stupid fire jutsu on that scroll, but it's still not enough. There's got to be a way I can do more with fire. Just then an interesting idea came to mind. I wonder if I can combine fire with taijutsu, she thought to herself. As she instantly got to her feet, several ideas rushing through her mind. She took in a deep breath as she held it in as she channeled her chakra. Suddenly she went through hands and spat a small stream of flame from her mouth. As she concentrated hard on it, chakra grew in her hands as she concentrated fire to her feet and hands. Focus, one mistake, and I'll end up in the burn ward. As she kept her meditative mind focused, she then opened her eye and kicked as a blast of fire shot from her feet. She then punched. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Why have I never think of this before? As she started to go through a taijutsu fighting style, with her fire enhancing her movements, but it was still not perfect as she fell. The fire from her hands and feet dissipate. She was exhausted. Wow. That takes a lot out of me. I really need to get better of doing that, she thought to herself. Time skip over in Wave Country. The Yondu squad was working hard on demolishing the second bunker. They didn't find anything useful within the buildings, so they started to tear it down. During the past few days, Kakashi had been reading more in Zabuza's journal, but what he found most interesting was the part where Zabuza first took refuge in the Uzumaki compound. We barely managed to avoid a bunch of hunter ninjas back in T Country. It's been tough with the constant traveling, but me and my gang are rather good bounty hunters. The work is good and no one asks any damn questions. Recently, this little bitch of a criminal lord Gato sent a personal request for me. I decided to accept it and come to meet the guy in Wave Country. This entire country is just messed up. I heard that some powerful clan used to live here, but whoever they were, they're long gone now. So anyways, after our long boring trip, we found a nice place set up base over here. I should probably check the place for valuables before those bandits get over here. I've sent the demon brothers to tell Gato to meet me over here. In the meantime, I'll just check out the treasures this place is probably loaded with. After reading through, Kakashi started to understand the whole basis of Zabuza being here. As he flipped to the other page, well, this place is more than just some piece of shit. It turns out that it's the ruined remains of some clan called the Uzumaki clan. I found a ton of interesting stuff here. Also, I've located a scroll about the Uzumaki bloodline. Lava and boil. It all makes sense to me now. Meiteru is a survivor of that dead clan. Very interesting, although I can't figure out what happened to this place. The secrets shrouded around these remains are just astonishing. There's a portrait of a woman in the main room. I was surprised to find out that this clan married into the Hokage line. This would make them a strong ally with Konoha, I suppose. Although since this place is so close to Konoha, I wouldn't doubt if something happened between the two. Stupid Konoha ninjas are selfish, tyrannical, and oblivious as well. They started all the wars with Kumo and the Hidden Stone, so I wouldn't doubt if they start the war with this place as well. They always go on about their stupid will of fire and try to justify every war that they start. It sickened me how ignorant Konoha has become. Those people actually believe that they're the good guys, judging by the wild spread of fire and the few Konoha headbands I found. I'm guessing that they were the ones that eliminate this place. These are the remains of Uza. Such a shame as well. This clan seemed to be a rather powerful one. I'm gonna keep this scroll maybe. It's gonna come in handy. Kakashi was shocked by Zabuza's intuition. Another thing that shocked him though the mention of a scroll. A Uzumaki scroll, but he didn't find any. Zabuza must still have it on him. Shit. Maybe I should have killed him, Kakashi thought. Time skip. Sakura quietly walked through the village, her mind wandering in thought. It's been a week and a half and she hadn't seen Naruto, as she wondered where he is. Ever since her little lunch date with him, she had not been the same. She felt a sense of determination from him. The fact that a guy like Naruto would work strong and become as strong as he is right now, it truly impressed her. The events of Wave Country was still in her mind. Every time she remembered him tackling her down to the ground, saving her life, her heart skipped a beat. If it wasn't for him, she would have been dead right now. Images of him fighting off Zabuza without an ounce of fear caused her to smile. Without realizing, she lost herself in that memory and bumping right into someone. Hey, watch it! Oh, Sakura, it's you. As Sakura realized it was none other than Ino. Where have you been, Sakura? Ino asks. Oh, sorry, Ino, I was just thinking about something. Why are you blushing? Ino asks. Was I blushing? Are you kidding me? You look like you were lost in some perverted daydream or something. So tell me, what's his name? As their attention caused a few onlookers to look by. I would rather not discuss it in public. Fine, come to my house. I definitely want to hear this, Ino said, as she dragged her along. As they went straight to her room. So who is he? Ino asked. As Sakura was silent for a moment. I can't tell her like Naruto. She would interfere, like she always does. Well, I would rather keep it anonymous. But all I will say is, you don't know him. Come on, Sakura, you can tell me. I won't say a single word to him. Just please tell me who he is. Like I said, you don't know him, said Sakura. Then tell me what his name is. I might know him, you don't even know. Listen, Ino, I'll tell you when I feel more comfortable about it, alright? There is just a lot of weirdness involved. And I don't want to go and say anything until I'm sure that he likes me back. You're no fun. Anyways, how has your team been lately? Well, I haven't seen them in over a week. Naruto and Sasuke are off training by themselves, and Kakashi sensei is on a mission. What? Why would your sensei leave you guys by yourself, when the Chunin exams are weeks away? I don't know why he went on the mission. He said it was urgent or something. He said that the three of us are probably already ready for Chunin exams already though. Hey, I want to learn some more about Naruto. What? Said Sakura. Yeah. He seems so different lately, and not to mention, Asuma sensei won't shut up about how great he is. Sakura was surprised to hear Naruto's name. However, she kept her composure. Well, yeah, Naruto is very talented. He's able to do elemental jutsus and all sorts of cool stuff. Huh, who would have thought? Although, he looked rather hot in that outfit I saw him wearing a week ago, Ino said. What the hell is she talking about? Inner Sakura yelled. When did you see Naruto last week? Ino looked down and she blushed a bit. Well, it was really weird. I kinda had breakfast with him at the Dongo restaurant. How did that happen? Sakura asked. I don't know, it just sort of did. Although he kind of got up in the middle of it and left. I tried to tackle him but he pulled a blade on me. To tell you the truth, it kind of turned me on. I didn't know that he was such a bad boy. Sakura looked petrified at that. Damn it, Ino. Why do you always like the same boys I do? You should put in a good word for me. I wouldn't mind spending some more time with the guy. Inner Sakura was raging in anger. I guess I could say something to him, Sakura said, barely keeping her composure. However, I haven't seen him in a while. Hey, want to spend the night? We should share stories about our teammates. I want to hear more about Naruto and Sasuke. Well, I guess, Sakura said. So tell me about Sasuke. It must be strange working with the #1 rookie genin of all time. Sasuke is a complete nutcase. She's a psychotic, emo bitch, Sakura said. Yeah, she always got on my nerves as well, Ino said. She thinks that she's better than everyone else. Tell me about it, said Sakura. So how do you and Naruto get along with her? Ino asked. Well, for some reason she and Naruto get along most of the times, which is rather shocking. I, on the other hand, rarely get the courtesy of her talking directly to me. Wow, she likes Naruto more than you. Damn, I thought Sasuke hated Naruto, Ino said. I have no idea what the deal is between them, although I think Naruto is better off ignoring her. I think everyone is better off doing that, you know. I heard that she lived all alone in the Uchiha compound after her clan got slaughtered. Sakura looked apathetic at that. It was a tragedy, however, that doesn't give her the excuse of being a complete bitch to people. True enough, Ino said. So tell me more about Naruto. Well, he's kind of a mystery. He rarely tells anyone anything about himself. I barely know anything beyond the fact that he said he's an orphan. Come on, you gotta have some more juicy detail. Sakura got to her feet, you know, on second thought. I should get going. Take care, Ino. What? Where are you going? Home, Sakura said. See you later, as she made her way off. Sakura was getting annoyed as she left. She didn't like the fact that Ino was always moving in on the guys that she liked. It was a good thing she never told Ino that she had a crush on Naruto. Otherwise, it would have been a rather sticky situation. Although, on one side, she didn't want to jeopardize her friendship with Ino, but she believed that Naruto should date only her, as she blamed herself a lot. He's always asking her out and she always turned him down. She should start to date him. The guy saved her life and he was strong, and not to mention, he was caring and nice. She's been a complete idiot to just turn that all away. Without even realizing it, she was beaming at the thoughts of him actually just smiling at her. As her mind seemed to be made up, she should really start to date him. Time skip. Kakashi found another interesting part of the journal. So I ran into these bunch of Konoha ninjas I should kill today. I found out that the leader of this group was a famous copy ninja Kakashi. I wasn't expecting Konoha to send him on this mission, but he was with a genin squad. But that is almost insulting in my opinion. A bunch of brats. However, after fighting them, it blew my mind how strong they were. I was thoroughly impressed by this blonde boy. He had these deep blue eyes, and these strange marks on his face that made him look like some kind of cat. He was performing jutsu from two different elements, water and wind. Only a Jonin level ninja should be able to do something like that, and yet, he was just a genin. It was rather remarkable. But he wasn't the only one though. There was this girl that blew fire at me. Her control over fire seemed to be great, and not to mention they work well as a team. In the end, I had to get the hell out of there. I am definitely gonna need Haku help if I'm gonna take down this group. Kakashi quietly laughed at Zabuza's writing. As he was almost done with the journal, he might as well finish reading it. As he continued on, someone broke into my room today. I don't know who it was, but it had to be a ninja. One of Goto goons decorated the rocks at the bottom. Seems like the ninja threw him right through the window. Consider the busted window. It wasn't a pretty sight. I have no idea how this could have happened. Haku and I left the room to investigate some demon sighting, and then I heard a crash. But when I came back, there was no one there, and my goddamn vault had been robbed. This person, wherever they were fast because I could not find them. I suppose it might be possible a surviving Uzumaki member stole the scroll, but I have no clue. At any rate, whoever that scroll, I don't believe that they stole it to sell it. I had priceless trinkets and jewelry in the vault. However, the only thing that was taken was the scroll. They didn't care about money at all. Well, I guess screw it. I could never really learn those things. And at least none of my more valuable items are gone. Kakashi one eye widened as he read that final entry. No. Could Naruto have done that? He did say that he wasn't in there for long. But why wouldn't he ask me about the Uzumaki clan then? None of this makes sense. I hope the Hokage know what to do. Finally, after a long trip, Kakashi and his squad were finally home. The Jonin decided to keep the contents off the scroll to himself, as he just couldn't fathom why Naruto would have taken the scroll and not tell anyone. Even if he was capable of stealing it, I know for a fact that he would have asked me something about the Uzumaki clan. Same thing when Zabuza mentioned it in the battle on the bridge. He said nothing. As several theories came to his mind, but none of them sat really well with him. His first theory was that Naruto was just oblivious and was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he didn't know anything. However, the second theory he did not like, that Naruto took the scroll and knew a lot more about his clan than anyone thought. However, it was not convincing due to Naruto's brash and how prideful he was, and not to mention his kind and honorable nature. He just could not think of Naruto doing something like that. The final one though, it seems like the most likely. Naruto did not know the truth about the clan, however he did steal a scroll. After all, he was oblivious about what Zabuza said on the bridge. However, if he did have a scroll, Hiruzen's gonna be pissed when he found about this. The group finally made their way back to the village. It was dark outside, around midnight. Time skip. Sarutobi stared at Kakashi as he finished reading the Uzumaki scroll, as Yamato would accompany him, as the man seemed really pissed off. So what you're saying is that you believe that Naruto has this scroll in his possession? Kakashi nodded. Yes, it's just a theory, but judging from the evidence and Naruto's odd behavior, it seems likely. Sarutobi besides, he leaned back in his chair. I was afraid of this. But if what you say is true, that means Naruto knew that he's a member of that clan. However, this may still be salvageable, since he didn't know anything else other than your bloodline. What do you want me to do, Hokage-sama? Nothing, Kakashi. Naruto obviously does not trust you. If he kept that scroll to himself, I'm going to need someone else to keep an eye on that boy when he's not with you or his team. as he looked over the man behind Kakashi. Yamato, I want you to watch Naruto. Keep a close eye for any suspicious behavior and to see if he's using that scroll. Yamato nodded his head. Of course, Kage-sama, he said. Couldn't you use your crystal ball to do that? Kakashi asked. No, I've been unable to locate Naruto with it. It's more of a reason to find out. What has he been up to and where has he been? How could Naruto be immune to the crystal ball? Yamato asked, confused. There are ways to keep it away, one of which is to know of its existence and hide your power level. Whenever it searches for you. It has been 2 weeks. He should show up for Team 7 training ground tomorrow. Look for him then, Yamato, Kakashi said. Very well, I'll be discreet and respectful, Yamato said. You two are dismissed. Report any unusual activity to me. With that they left, as Hiruzen took a puff of his pipe. I'm getting too old for this shit, he said. Meanwhile, Sasuke plopped down in her bed, as she exhaled deeply. As she crawled under the sheets, after getting comfortable, she yawned sleepily. She had been hard at work trying to perfect her nintaijutsu, she called it. She was able to keep a consistency to her ability, but it still needed some work. Nevertheless, it was still quite devastating as she couldn't wait to unveil it in front of some foes in the Chunin exams. As for the Uchiha other training, she was efficient at the other clan techniques and trained with them every day. Her lightning training was something she hit a wall with though. She simply knew too little about it to replicate it, as she decided she would ask Kakashi for assistance in the matter. The greatest thing that Sasuke endless training had accomplished was that it drastically increased her speed. Her resistant training had paid off and allowed her to keep up with her Sharingan. Overall, she was one step closer to be the best genin. As her mind crossed that thought, a familiar whisker face appeared in front of her vision. Despite her usual bitchy attitude on the subject, she decided to give in to that thought as she quietly think about him. I should apologize to him. He was just trying to be my friend. And I spat his generosity right back in his face. Her training usually keep him out of her mind, but at nights, she always thought about him. She would push Itachi and everything else out of the window and just think about Naruto. I could apologize and explain my situation to him. He's an orphan after all. He should understand me. As that thought started to take shape, as she saw herself sitting next to him, apologizing, as she ended up drifting off to sleep. As she dreamed herself of apologizing, however, the dream quickly changed when he stopped her and kissed her right there, saying that it was fine and he forgave her, and they continued to kiss. A small smile came on her lips as she fell asleep. Time skip. Naruto snuck out of the forest of death and he was making his way home. He was rather crafty to make sure no one saw him until he was on the main street. He then casually made his way home through the dying late night crowds. The past 2 weeks were very beneficial to him. He learned some new jutsus, and he finally got his hand on his bloodline. Although it was anything but easy, he would occasionally mess up his jutsus and have them backfire on him. But thanks to the Kyuubi's chakra, he didn't die or get scarred from the several burns that he acquired. He was anything but a master of it. But nevertheless, he could officially create lava and steam as well. This was a very nice addition to his attack variety, and he was very proud of his nice work. His training was something that he could not wait to show off in the Chunin exams, as he's gonna blow everyone's mind with it. They will all start to respect me once they see how strong I become. Yeah, the day these people start to respect you is the day I start to use your name. Face it, kid, when they see your display, they're gonna be terrified of you, hopefully even try to kill you, and that will give you an excuse. An excuse for what? To go on a killing spree. For the last time, I'm not gonna go on any killing spree. I am not a monster hell-bent on destroying everything that breathes. Maybe you should be. Maybe I know things that you don't. You're naive, the world doesn't work the way it does. And this village is not innocent in any way whatsoever. However, when you learned it the hard way, it will be then that you understand. I'll take my chances with Konoha, Kyuubi. I can't wait until the walls come crashing down. You're gonna cry for days upon days, and I'll be here laughing because I told you so. What the hell are you talking about? I'm going to become the Hokage one day. You're such a pessimist. A pessimist is what optimist calls a realist. One day you're gonna wake up, and you're gonna understand that. Before Naruto could respond, he bumped into someone on the street. It was a girl, as he caught her before she could hit the ground. She was a few years younger than him. Sorry about that, I wasn't watching where I was going, he said. As he noticed her eyes, she was a Hyuga. It's okay, she said. Thanks for catching me. No problem. By the way, you're part of the Hyuga clan, right? She nodded. Well, I was just wondering, do you know a girl named Hinata? Is she feeling any better by any chance? She fainted the last time I saw her. The girl looked at him curiously. How do you know my sister? She's a fellow genin. I also used to see her in the academy. Hanabi nodded her head, as she just gave him a look. Well, I should get going. Farewell, she said. Alright. Tell Hinata that Naruto hopes that she feels better. Hanabi paused. You're Naruto? Yep, the one and only. You know me. She looked at him and shook her head. No, she said. Without another word, she left. As he was confused by that as he continued to walk. However, he sensed someone approaching him at a fast rate. The person tried to punch him, however, Naruto caught the fists and threw them over his shoulder and slammed them on the ground. Everyone in the street looked shocked by the action. What the hell, said Naruto, as he looked down towards the person. It was one of the unnamed genin from the academy. Out of the 20 or so that passed the exams, only 9 became official genins. This poor chump was one of the people that did not make it. Hey, watch yourself, Uzumaki. Another voice called out, as 2 more academy students rushed at him, with kunais drawn. As Naruto raised the eyebrow at this attack, who the hell did these kids think they are? As he knocked the first kunai to the side, his handwork was so sloppy. As Naruto jumped and spun and smashed his foot in the other one's face. Pissed off that he was being attacked in the middle of the street like this, the other one came as Naruto grabbed his hair and slammed his knee in his face. The first one he threw over his shoulder got up as Naruto turned and delivered 3 brutal punches to his stomach. As he dropped to the ground, all of them groaning in pain. Where's your optimistic now? This is the nature of Konoha. As Naruto saw the civilians coming out and yelling at him for attacking these kids. What? I was defending myself, he yelled back. Not understanding why the hell did they even attack him in the first place. As someone jumped in front of him. The kid was just defending himself against these 3 attackers. So you people better get moving. As Naruto looked up towards a woman. She had purple hair. Hey, you alright, kid? Yeah, I'm fine. However, those kids are not, he said. The woman laughed. You should get going before their parents come and make a fuss, even though they were the ones that attacked you first. Whoa, thanks. Uncle grinned at that. It's no problem, kid, she said. Take care. As Naruto simply made his way off, still confused about that whole attack. He was just going for a goddamn walk and then he's being attacked, and yet again, even though they saw what happened, they're cursing at him. You're a pariah. Is it real that surprising? Consider it a gift. You are one of the few people who have the potential to see what Konoha really is. As Naruto released a breath, he just wanted to go sleep in his bed. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Time skip. As Naruto was not the first to throw up, Sasuke was there. As he remembered what happened the last time they talked. As Sasuke saw him, I can't just keep ignoring him, he's gonna pass me by. And he would end up with Sakura. And that's just disgusting. The both of them sat down as they spoke at the same time. They said each other's name. I'm sorry. A rather awkward silence filled the place after they said that. As they looked at one another, Sasuke was the first to continue. I shouldn't have been such a bitch to you. You're a good teammate and you would have made such a good friend. As Naruto sighed, I could have handled it better. I can understand what it's like not to trust someone. Look, I trust you, she said. And I do want to be your friend. As Naruto was shocked to hear that from her. Thanks, Sasuke, he said. It means a lot to hear you say that. I know that you're the sole survivor of the Uchiha clan, and that's gotta be tough. Do you want to hear about it, she asked shyly, as she scooted closer to the blonde. Yeah, said Naruto. Well, the reason why I am so weird, as you can see, is because I need to avenge my clan. They were all brutally murdered by my brother Itachi. On the night it happened, he spared my life. I was too weak to kill, that is what he said. And if I ever want to get revenge, I would have to get stronger. I am the way I am because I have to be. She looked sad as a single tear fell down her face. As Naruto placed a hand on her shoulder. I'm sorry, he said. I wish I can tell you that I understand, but I can't because I never really had a family. As Naruto was surprised when she hugged him. I knew that you would understand, she said, in a whisper. Her voice was incredibly soft. As Naruto was surprised how soft she was. As he couldn't help it, as a small blush came on his face, she pulled back. She was looking at him. Now was her chance. She could make a move. However, Naruto looked at her, as he saw this side of her that he rarely get to see, and his body just moved on its own as he moved in, and gave her a brief kiss as she pulled back. What the hell are you doing? She said. As Naruto was confused by her attitude, I don't know, he said. As she mixed up her reactions, that is not what she wanted to say. She wanted to tell him that, Naruto-kun, as she was cut off. Where have you been for the last 2 weeks? Sakura shouted as she rushed over, paying no heed to Sasuke. Oh, he said getting up. I was training Sakura, he said. Sasuke simply turned her head, not looking at the girl. Damn it, said Naruto to himself. Why did I have to go and do that? No, I've made things awkward once again. Damn it, he cursed in his mind. So, how has your training been? Sakura said. Mostly uneventful, he said to her. We should start training together, it would be fun, she said. Why can't she just die? I hate this bitch so much. Sasuke thought to herself. I kind of like training alone. It gave me time to meditate and reflect, said Naruto. She looked disappointed at that until a smile graced her lips. Hey, Naruto. Can I talk to you for a minute, she said. In private. Alright, he said. Let's go, as she grabbed his arm and pulled him away. As she brought him towards the bridge, however, she made sure to stay in a hearing distance where Sasuke could hear what she had to say. Well, you see, I was just thinking about you lately, and I was wondering, how would you feel to be my boyfriend, she said. As Naruto was shocked by that, not expecting this one bit, Sasuke was shocked as well as she looked around rather quickly as Naruto glanced behind him, as she was glaring as they made eye contact. As Naruto turned back, I don't know, Sakura, he said. I mean, with the Chunin exam so close and all the training we have to do, I don't think we'll have time for a relationship. She was not expecting that, but I like you, Naruto, she said. I thought you liked me too, so what's the problem? As he made eye contact with Sasuke once again as she looked away, an angry look on her face. It's not you, it's me. I'm just not boyfriend material, he said. That's a load of crap, you're so nice and strong, and you're always looking out for me. Why don't you want me? Well, as she moved in and hugged him, Naruto, I know you want this, she said. You can trust me. I never said I didn't want to date you, I was just saying that you are probably better off with someone else. Although if you insist upon that, probably won't say no. Sakura looked up, as before he could even say anything, her lips made contact with his. Sasuke clenched fists, tear into the earth, as she was angry. She got up and simply left the training ground. However, the kiss didn't last long as Naruto pulled away. Naruto, what's wrong, she said. I just need some time alone. Tell Kakashi I'm not feeling too well, said Naruto. As he left, moving off with speed, Sakura was confused by his behavior. What in the world? I thought he liked me. As she lowered her head. A moment later, hey Sakura, where's everyone? As she looked to see her sensei. Sensei, you're here on time. Yes, I was anxious to speak with you three about some important matters. Where's Naruto and Sasuke? I'm not sure. Sasuke left a few minutes ago, and Naruto said that he wasn't feeling too well and left right a minute ago. Is there some more drama going on between the three of them? Kakashi thought to himself. He will have to ask Yamato later. Well, alright, we should split up to find them. I need the three of you for some important news today. Go and look for Sasuke. I'll try and find Naruto. And with that he flashed away. Oh great, I have to find this psychotic one. I guess I should go and check the Uchiha district. Meanwhile, as Naruto landed on a rooftop, close to his apartment, as he noticed something off, the balcony door was cracked open. He never left that door open. Someone must have been in his apartment. Some strange thing was going on first. Those three academy kids attacked him for no reason and now this. Just what in the hell was going on? I think someone taunted you. I wouldn't doubt that you got a few odd stalkers. With everything that has been going on lately. What if they know about my scroll, said Naruto as he reached. The scroll wasn't in his pack though. Well, let's see what is going on as he leaped forward. As he landed on his balcony, he stepped in and locked the door behind himself as he starts to examine the room. It seems normal, however, he noticed a few piles of clothing adjust, and his ninja equipment as well. It was slightly moved. Someone was definitely snooping through his home. Someone must be suspicious of me if they search through here. But how would they know about my scroll? Someone is watching you as we speak. Don't look now, but there's an envelope. barely visible, 3 rooftop to the left, off your window, as Naruto sat on his bed. How can you see him and I can't? He's been following you since you hit the training ground. I can sense his chakra levels. At first I thought it was normal, however. It's been stuck with you since you were at the training ground. And now that you come here, it's following you. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that, said Naruto. But why? Why is he following me? You've already figured that out. Someone is obviously suspicious of you. I'm guessing your sensei is somehow connected to this. That or the Hokage. I can't keep the scroll at my apartment if people are going through it, and I can't keep it on me. I'm gonna have to hide it somewhere. Stupid curious mortals. They should have just continued ignoring you. Now you're gonna have to dodge this guy if you intend to dump the scroll somewhere. I could put it in the forest of death. That's probably the only place I can safely keep it. Whatever you do, just don't alert them that you're aware of this. Otherwise, they will become even more suspicious. Your best course of action is to wait till midnight. I have an idea. I could plant a fake scroll somewhere, and that should give me some time while they're checking it. By the time they realize a fake, I'll be long gone in the forest of death. That's dangerous, and that will give you away. I suppose it will, but I don't really have a choice. They won't know what I'm up to, so I doubt this guy's gonna leave my trail. I suppose that is good logic, however. You're gonna have to be fast if you intend to lose your trail. Don't you worry about that. I have just the thing to handle this a little bit. Just then there was a knock as Naruto made his way towards the door. As he saw that it was Kakashi. Yo, Naruto, what's up? Did you forget I was coming back today? Hey Kakashi-sensei, how was your secret mission? As Naruto checked his face for any movement. It was a success anyways. I need you to come back to the training ground, so I can tell you and your team something important. Huh? How did you know I was there this morning, said Naruto. Well, Sakura told me. She was the only one there when I got there. Oh, okay. Well then, let's go, he said, with a smile. As they moved, the fox made contact. That Anvu has stopped following you is probably gonna search your apartment once again. Damn, these people are nosy. I can't wait long. I'm hiding the scroll tonight. Meanwhile, Sakura nervously made her way, as Sasuke was punching a stone wall, as her fist left craters in the wall. Sakura was nervous as hell, given the last time they had a little dispute. The girl tried to break her leg when she had stomped on it. A cold, dangerous look came on Sasuke's face. Why are you in my district, she asks. Kakashi-sensei wants us all to come back to the training ground. As before she could even do anything, she was slammed against the wall. You have some nerve trying to flaunt that little Barbie ass on me. I don't want anything to do with you or that team. As she threw her to the ground as Sakura gripped her throat, gasping for air. Oh, I see now, said Sakura. You're jealous. Jealous that Naruto's my boyfriend now. What did you just say? You heard me, I said BAM! Sakura was hit in the stomach as she gripped her stomach in pain. You two belong together. You stupid Barbie bitch. You should leave before I kill you. Now leave. Sakura tried to get up, however she was kicked back down to the ground. Stop hitting me, she yelled. Oh, am I hating you now? She gripped her throat once again and pinned her against the wall. I hate you. I would kill you right here and now, however. You do serve one purpose. For me to take Chunin exams. So leave my sight and don't you ever dare speak to me again, as she released her throat. Sakura took off immediately once she got free. Damn her. Hasn't she already done enough by stealing Naruto away from me? Now she has the nerve to show up to my house and rub it in my face. Screw Naruto. I can't believe I let my guard down once again. He is always like that pink-haired bitch. I guess I just fooled myself by thinking otherwise. How could I let this happen to me? Why do I care so much about some goddamn stupid retarded boy? Itachi was right, I lack hatred. But the thing that was hurting her the most was the fact that Naruto chose Sakura over her. Although she was unsure of his feelings, and she also pushed him away when he had tried to kiss her. I ruined that moment. He tried to kiss me, but yet I pushed him away. He probably think I didn't want him. As she started to feel self-pity as she went over the scene in her head. Damn it, this is my fault. He might have not said yes to her if I had told him how I felt. As she started to feel angry towards herself. I should have seen this coming. This is exactly why I don't get close to people anymore. From here on out I must become apathetic to all of them. Emotions are useless and pitiful. I will never let this happen again. After her inner turmoil subsided, she decided to head towards the training ground. And she just wants to become a Chunin and get off this team. But guys, if you end subscribe right here, for once next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also don't forget to stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way on Anime Making and Anime Making 3. If you're new, yes, I indeed have 3 channels that I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead, check them out, and yeah, enjoy guys. So without further ado, what do you say we leap on this new episode? Begin, what am I saying, get the hell out of here guys, peace.